Hello and good morning. So we're here for day 5 of our yoga, so reconnecting to our bodies. Mike's fine. Reconnecting to our bodies and ourselves, and it's actually been a lovely few days so far. So really excited about the rest of the month. It's lovely to see Simon from the UK, and we've got Yasmina from Slovenia. So that's really lovely. Our live groups are fairly small, but we've been coming. It's just been great having people joining throughout the day, whenever you wake up and whatever country you are, and hearing and reading your comments and when you're practicing. That's really nice, just to know that you're waking up at a completely different time. So without much further ado, I'm going to start our session today. So just really the whole thing is just a meditation, and with this intention of just really connecting and being with ourselves and our bodies. We obviously are doing asana practice, yoga practice, the physical yoga postures, but feel like it's a moving meditation about just really connecting with yourself. And I really hope you enjoy it. The other thing I wanted to say is you can always be on a chair or sitting in any way that you want to sit. You might be doing it, not necessarily on a yoga mat. Okay, I'll just grab my clock and make yourself comfortable. Oh, Jim's here as well. Hello, Jim. That's Jim from the UK. Nice to see you. That's great. Okay, so just make yourself comfortable in whatever seated position is right for you. And taking a moment to bring yourself into this practice, onto the mat or wherever you're sitting, wherever you are, into this space, this room you are today. And taking a few steady, deep breaths. Seeing the breath rising and falling as you inhale and exhale. And bring your awareness to wherever the breath is moving the body, so how your body is responding to the breath. Let's bring your awareness to that. Maybe there's some areas that feeling a little bit stiff or uncomfortable, especially if it's the morning that you're practicing, like we are right now. Just breathe into those areas. And then checking in with your emotions. So if there's anything underlying that you feel like it's just resting there or wanting to bubble up. We're going to let our emotions rise and fall as with our thoughts, or just be coming and going. So with the emotion rising and falling. It might be a slower experience. Take a little bit more time. We can invite any of these human experience, whether it's our physical sensations in our body, emotions or thoughts, allowing them to be completely as they are. And then with the breath, feeling a gentle movement upwards from the base of the spine through your central spinal column of your backbone into right up to top of the neck, crown of the head. You might be feeling it at your brow center. And softening with every exhale. We'll place one hand on the heart space, one hand on your belly, lower abdomen. And just taking a moment to connect with these energy centers, points of yourself, by breathing into the chest. Inhale and exhale. The chest will expand and then gently deflate. And breathing into your belly, inhaling and exhaling. Into the chest. And into the belly. There's a gentle seesawing of energy between your heart space and your sacral bladder, womb space. Then from here, you can either speak it out loud or quietly to yourself. I love and trust my body. I love and trust my body. I love and trust myself. I love and trust myself. So let's keep our hands where they are, and we'll start to accentuate the movement. So we're going to inhale, and there's a rounding of the thoracic spine. And then exhale, curving and rounding forwards. And feeling this movement in your lumbar spine as well. So around, so you're noticing your pelvis will be tilting. Inhaling forward. And then exhale. Flowing with the spine. It's like, and with the breath, it's like your hands are supporting this movement, almost like bringing you, if you would like to move your hands, almost like bringing you energetically forward and then gently backwards. We could bring that, get the hands involved, so the arms opening up as we come forward. And then gently closing back to where the hands were as you go backwards. Inhale, open. Really widen the arms now, stretching them behind. And then exhale. Lovely, soft, gentle movements. Wonderful and strong but gentle at the same time. One more time with the lifting up, opening up. So it's a really accentuated prana mudra. And then bringing the hands back to the heart and the belly. Releasing the hands down. Then coming forward, opening up the chest. Exhale, folding forward and finding your hands down onto the mat or the floor and slowly easing yourself forward. It might be that you're still up here and that's fine. It might be that you're coming forward depending on flexibility. And then gently rocking from side to side. If you're up here, there's just gentle rocking. And slowly bring yourself back up. And just continuing with the rocking from side to side. Then start to move your hands up and down the legs and knees. So you're coming into a little bit of a twist. And starting to move the hands over from one side to the other. Nice and flowing. Accentuating the twist a little bit. It's going as far as your body feels comfortable to go today. And you can stretch out your arm and bring it down, and then the other way, stretching out your arm and then back down to center. That's lovely. Okay, so we're going to release the legs. You've been sitting here for a little while, placing your feet onto the mat and your hands behind. And gently move from side to side. Rocking out the knees. And we're going to change the cross of the legs. So if you had your right in front, then it'll be the left. So whatever, it probably is one that feels a bit more awkward for you. And we're going to stretch up. The Prana Mudra. Taking some breaths. So really now we're engaging around the belly. Engaging your abdomen. Bringing the hands back up so the palms are together. Linking your fingers and then turning your palms away. And then gently rocking from side to side. That's lovely. Inhaling up and placing one hand down, the other one over, depending which side you're going. Inhale up. Exhale over. And then evening up, so you're finishing on the opposite side you started. Prana Mudra, opening up. And then exhale, bring your hands down. And just gently rocking from side to side. So it might be that you're quite low. Might be you're up here. Whatever you choose, whatever your body wants you to do. And slowly making your way back up. Okay, so we'll start just moving the head a little bit. So let's bring the head down. I'm just going to rock the head from side to side. So we're taking, it's like a bowl from one side to the other. Imagine the head is it's almost like you have a beautiful crystal bowl and you're rocking the water from side to side. And coming down to center again, lifting up the head. And then just dropping one ear to the shoulder, softening the shoulders away from the ears. And then the other way, gently stretching up the side of the neck. And coming up to center. And then looking out over the side of the neck. So it's one side, then the other. And back to center. That's lovely. Taking a few shoulder rolls. And the other way. And then releasing down. Okay. Let's stretch out the legs so they're nice and wide. You might still want to have some support underneath, behind you, underneath your sit bones. And we'll move from side to side. I know I've got quite a lot of shadow, so hopefully you can see me okay. In this country, in lovely England, we can't complain about the sun coming out, so we do. But just enjoying the sun coming in through the window. And then when you're over one side, start to pad your hands. So you're walking your hands around This forward fold, so it might be quite strong in your legs. Coming up, bringing yourself down, and padding the hands around. And gently bringing yourself up again. We'll bring our feet together and our knees are apart. Konasana, so this cobbler, so slightly wider version of cobbler. The feet are quite far away from the pelvis. So taking a breath in and then gently exhale. Again, you can have a little rock from side to side, a little bit of movement with the breath. And then slowly making your way back up. And we'll come on all fours. So the knees are below the hips and the hands below your shoulders. Just taking some movements to however your body would like to move right now. So you might be snaking the spine. And gently moving your hips from side to side, your shoulders from side to side. Inhale, looking up, and exhale down. So whatever feels right for your body right now. And then together we could start to make some movements where we're circling the body as we come down. I don't know if you can see that okay, but you would just gently, if it feels okay for your body, it might be a too kind of odd movement, but just check in. So it was just circling, bringing the pelvis, the belly down to the floor, and then circling around and then bringing yourself back up. And then the other direction. If it at all feels uncomfortable and strange on your lower back, please don't do this one, or your hips, whatever, knees. And then back to center and gently come back into child. And make it just rock from side to side. And so while we're in child, we can start to pad the hands over to the left and stretch out the right side of the body. And then walking the hands back to center, over to the other side. And bring the hands back to center again. And begin to bring yourself up. I'm going to come down into puppy pose. So you've got your knees hip width apart. And then start to move down. So it might be your chest and chin is on the mat. It might be your forehead's on the mat. You might need to put something underneath your forehead. Stretching out your thoracic spine. Remember to slightly engage your abdominal muscles, supporting you here. And slowly beginning to bring yourself back up. so that the hands are a little bit further forward because we're going to come into downward dog. So you're turning around your toes and then coming into soft downward dog on the exhale. Lifting up onto tiptoes into an acute dog. So right up on tiptoes. And on the next exhale, slowly lowering down into the full expression of downward facing dog. And you can take some movements here, walking out your dog, lowering your heels down one at a time, stretching out your calves up into your legs. And then maybe hold your down dog for a moment. And then we'll slowly walk the hands back towards the feet. So really nice and slowly until we're hanging here in Uttanasana, in forward fold. Just let your arms really relax. Slightly bending in the back of the knees. So don't need to lock out the knees. There'll still be a lovely strong stretch in your legs. And then we'll slowly unfurl. So we're unfurling like a fern frond. Just very gently and slowly bring yourself up until you're coming to standing in mountain posture. Now with your feet, the feet will be hip width apart, so that's your skeleton hips. They're often a lot closer than you think, especially for women. Or, it's not any of our padding, it's just our skeleton hips. And the outside edges of the feet will be in line with the mat, so you might feel a little bit pigeon-toed. And then from here, we're lifting through the arches of the feet, coming up through the legs. So we'll be engaging the legs. Nice, strong strength around your lower back, your abdomen area. So all the inner muscles in your abdomen. Gentle lifting through the pelvic floor. That's a diaphragm at the base of your pelvis. And then gently through the spine to the crown of the head and softening the shoulders, arms by your side, feeling a softness around your brow and your face, your jaw. And from here, we're going to just move forwards and backwards with our feet planted on the mat. So I don't know if you can see me okay, but I'm just moving forwards and back, but not moving my lower legs and my feet. So you'll just, it's like I'm a staff or some kind of stick in the ground, just moving forwards and backwards, like straight stick. And then to the side. You won't be able to see me moving to the side so much, probably. So with any balances like this, you'll notice that there's engagement of your core muscles, and your core muscles being your pelvic floor and all the abdominal muscles around this manual belt of your middle. Coming to center. And then forward, and then taking circles. So let's take a few, maybe a couple actually, of circles in one direction, then the other. You'll notice balancing your feet the emphasis will be on different parts of your feet as you move around. And if you feel like you need to really grab onto the mat with your toes, you can invite them to soften a little bit. And then the other direction. Just gently breathing with this movement. When you've taken a couple on either side, you can just release. That's lovely. And I'll turn around to face you. So with your feet still planted on the mat, we'll just come up into some gentle balance onto tiptoes. That's lovely. So with this one, we're going to exhale up and bring some hands in, lifting up the pelvic floor, and then inhale down. We're exhaling up so we can lift pelvic floor and abdomen with a gentle, relaxed exhale. Exhale up. I always get it wrong. Inhale down. Exhale up. It's great for strengthening your ankles as well, these balances. Trying to keep as steady as possible. You can always find a drishti, which is really helpful, an eye gaze to keep you balanced. Exhale up. Inhale down. Wonderful. One more time. This is the last one. Inhale down. Fantastic. That's great. So let's bring the feet apart and then we'll just move from side to side, shaking it out, and shake out one leg, then the other. Those very simple movements, the two that we did, the two balance, they can be quite intense in your body. Some tension can build up. So it is keeping a nice bit of movement afterwards. That's great. And we can start to move into swinging and twisting. So you can slightly bend the knees from one side to the other. Lovely. And then reducing the movement. That's great. Okay, so just widen the legs. And then turning the right leg round. We're just going to visit Trikonasana, the triangle posture, as a posture for us. Our little Hatha yoga today, a traditional posture. Okay, so opening up the arms. So we have parallel with the mat. Your back foot, your left foot is slightly clipped in. And you can soften the knee to begin with. So soften the front knee, the right knee. Then start to feel this movement putting you forward and then straighten the knee. This is the point where you straighten the knee and then come down and find your place. So the back, I always do back of the hand on the leg. So wherever it is, it might be you're up here. That's fine. So from the heart space, down to the earth and up to the sky. And if you can, you're looking at your top arm to see how it is for your neck. So really softening into being here. Then we could bring the arm behind, just open up the shoulder. Lift the arm back up and then feeling ourselves moving back up. Whew. After all those flowing movements, it feels quite interesting being in an old school Hatha yoga posture like that. Okay, so opening up. I do love a bit of held Hatha. Okay, so let's bend the knee again, feeling yourself move forward. It's windmilling down, straightening your knee. And then from the heart space, opening up. There's a real heart chakra posture, this one. Opening up, down to the earth, up to the sky. And you might be looking up at your top arm. And then bringing the arm round if you wish, opening up the shoulder a little bit more. Lifting up the arm, gently finding your way back up. And then hands to the heart. Wonderful. Great. Okay, so let's slowly find our way down into, either you can come straight down, or if you're okay with squatting, you can come down into a squat. You can put the flat blocks underneath your heels if you find it's hard to put your heels down, or something like that, some books or something. And hands in Namaste, the heart. And we'll slowly bring ourselves down onto the mat. And finding your way down onto your back. So now this is your time just to have a little bit of a stretch up for Shavasana. So, we've done, feels quite strong on the hips and the pelvis. We've done quite a lot around there today. So let's draw the knees into the chest and have just a little rock around from side to side. And then coming up into happy baby. So you're going to take hold of your feet or behind your thighs, stretching out. And you might want to stretch out the legs and just point and flex the feet. That's great. And then bringing the feet together and the knees apart, coming through Supta Baddha Konasana, the cobbler, with one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly. And just resting here for a moment. Before making your way down to Shavasana, so the final relaxation posture. You can just have your hands down by your side, making yourself comfortable. So you might be putting on socks, blankets, eye mask, and please stay here for longer if you need to. We're not here for very long, so just take your time if you need to. And feeling your body heavy and held, supported by the mat. Noticing the points of contact that your body has with the mat. The feeling of the air on your skin and the temperature of the room. Your whole body invited to relax, to soften, to rest here. We're going to place one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. And just gently taking a moment to love and appreciate yourself, to really honor yourself for coming to practice today and maybe for the rest of the days you've been coming. And you can say out loud or just to yourself, I love and trust my body. I love and trust my body. I love and trust myself. I love and trust myself. And slowly, your arms behind you and your feet below you. Let your full body stretch. And then slowly drawing the knees into the chest. Move from side to side. And gently over onto one side. Just resting here for a moment. Making your way up into a seated position. Just taking a few breaths here. Just gentle seat. The hands coming to the heart. In Anjali Mudra. Namaste. And thank you so much for joining me in this day 5 of our ReConnect series. So really reconnecting with ourselves. I hope that, I hope you notice the reconnection. Or feeling of connection with yourself. Really lovely to spend this little bit of time with you, and it's nice to see some others joining us. And if you want to say hello and where you're from or anything like that, then you're really welcome. It's just lovely to know who's who. And maybe there's some channel members. Oh yeah, I'm going to start mentioning that actually. We've got a channel membership, which I've gone and I've pinned up. So you can join the channel membership. It's actually not very much money a month, but we do weekly classes and things like that. So thank you, Yasmina. Thank you so much, and thank you, Simon. Yeah, so of course I'm going to be going on through the weekend. So Simon says really enjoyed this week, so it's going to go on a little while. And Janice Wong, hi. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming. Are you in the UK, Janice? Yeah. So I'm presuming most people are in my near my time zone or near like the UK time zone, but you never know. So great. Actually, I never knew this, but I didn't realise. It's like South Africa is exactly the same time zone as us. Didn't know that. So you could be in South Africa. But great, you're in the UK. So, okay, I'm waffling on, but lovely, lovely to see you all. And it's 9:45 now, so in the UK. So we'll go, and I'll let you get on with. Most of you are probably working. So lots of love, and see you soon. Hopefully tomorrow. Who knows? You'll come. It's Saturday, so might have a whole different crowd. Okay, see you soon. Bye.